If you haven't joined in, please join in. We start in 1 minute. All right, I'm gonna do a countdown and then we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You've seen this before. If you've been practicing, you've definitely seen this before. All right, so 4 people got this wrong. You cannot get financial support if you're not a member of an ACASA. You cannot get financial support from a specific ACASA if you're not a member of that specific ACASA. All right, next one. Okay, like I always say on these questions, go to the part of the book that talks about the rights protected in Grundloven and make a list of those rights because they ask about different ones, okay? All right, on to the next one. MBA is now number 1, Ricardo number 2, TCT, IRF, and AGA. DSB is the highest climber, up 15 places. On to the next one. Yeah, so the Protestant idea from Martin Luther came to Denmark in the 1500s. This is a frequently asked question. So the 7 people that got this wrong, I could tell either you're very new or you haven't been practicing. Because if you have been practicing or you've been coming here, you would have seen this by now. Moving on to the next one. Ricardo is back at number 1, MBA number 2, IRF number 3, DePanther number 4, and AGA number 5, and is the highest climber, up 8 places. All right, next one. All right, almost 100%. It's the Queen that has her speech on New Year's Eve. All right, moving on to the next one. The Panther now on the podium. Arif has fallen to number 4, TCT at number 5, 4 players reached an answer streak of 3. We've seen this a bunch of times. Okay, so 8 people got this wrong. I will give a bit of an explanation. So if you imagine that this is Uland, this is Foon, and this is Shealand. Between Uland and Foon is Lillebelt. Between Foon and Shealand is Storbelt. And if you imagine that there's another rectangle here, that's Sweden. Between Shealand and Sweden is Öresund, okay? And across each of them, there's a bridge. Next one. NBA back at number 1. 3 players just hit an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
Okay, so 16 people got this wrong. I'm not sure if you didn't understand the question. The question is asking, do you have to be a Danish citizen to vote in the parliamentary elections? And the answer is yes. You cannot vote in the parliamentary elections if you're not a citizen. Okay, so for those 16 people, now you know what you don't know. Fill that knowledge gap. That is a frequently asked question. Ricardo is back at number 1. NBA 2, DePanther 3, TCT 4, and RF number 5. Next one. All right, so you cannot get SU unless you're 18 years old, or you have to be at least 18 years old to get SU. All right, a bit of a reshuffle. Leo is now in the top 5. Arif fell out. Eve has a streak with 7 correct answers in a row.
Excellent.
All right, next one. So the answer is no. You work according to the contract that you have. So if you sign a full-time contract, then you do not have the requirement to work part-time. All right, so 5 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. This is a semi-frequently asked question. Okay, Leo is now on the podium. I've never seen Leo's name before, so it's always good to see some new names. TCT right behind him. Julian now in the top 5. NBA, Ricardo, and Leo on the podium. Anna is the highest climber, up 5 places. All right, we've got 17 questions to go. So the answer is yes. The public schools are free, but the private schools are not. So the parents have to pay. Moving on to the next one. Looks like there is a lot of competition between Ricardo and NBA. They both have the same score, so I'm not sure why one is above the other. Moving on. Anne is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and she's on fire. Almost halfway there. All right, so it's the courts that have the power to sentence and to judge. 3 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. You need, if there's any question you need to know, it's this one, okay? This one appears almost every year. So get to know this. 13 players reached an answer streak of 4. Wow.
Wow!
You guys are doing really well. We're almost halfway through. You've seen this before. All right, Vestas is a company that produces windmills, okay? So whoever got this wrong now, you know this is frequently asked as well. Static top 5, this is super competitive. Everyone is above 10.6K. So any little mistake is gonna knock you right out of this top 5. Phyllis is back in the game 3 in a row and she's on fire.
Excellent.
All right, next one. Okay, so the formula to remember is 4-4-3. So 4 years for the parliamentary elections, 4 years for the communal and regional elections, and 5 years, sorry, 4-4-5, not 4-4-3, and 5 years for the European Parliament. So 4-4-5, 4 years communal elections, 4 years parliamentary elections, and 5 years for European Parliament elections. Okay, so Leo was a bit slow, has fallen to number 5 now. MH is back in the game 3 in a row. Round of applause. Read the question slowly, okay? Okay, so 11 people got this wrong. If you have a suspended sentence, you do not go directly to jail. Okay, next one. Leo coming back up. Susila is back with an answer streak of 3. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, 10 people got this wrong. P.S. Croyer is one of the most famous and important artists from Skien. Him and his wife are well-known artists from Skien. This is frequently asked. So if you didn't get this right, please get to know this. NBA now at number 1, Ricardo number 2, Julian number 3, TCT number 4, and Shuli number 5. That's the first time I've ever seen that name. And round of applause. Always nice to see new names. Philip has the highest answer streak of 14, and he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, we're past the halfway mark. So if NBA or Ricardo catches fire and they're at number 1, they get an explosion. All right. Denmark's most northern point is in Skien. Okay. I can see 14 people got this wrong. This is not so frequently asked, but it shows up every now and again. So get to know this. Right. Static top 5. 8 players reached an answer streak of 9.
Perfect.
10 questions to go. Festalown, frequently asked question. If you got this wrong, get to know. This is frequently asked for both tests. Shuli is climbing the charts. 7 players just hit an answer streak of 10.
Excellent.
All right, we've got 9 questions to go. You guys are doing really well. Keep up the good work. All right, so the employees choose the union representative at work. Okay, 16 people got this wrong. I could tell there's a bunch of people that are new or haven't been practicing. There's about 35 days to the test, so do not despair. There is enough time, but you need to put your foot on the gas because we're running out of time, okay? On to the next one. TCT is out. Leo is back in. Whole goal is back in the game 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. All right, so one of the most frequently asked questions is how many members of parliament are chosen from Faroe Islands, or how many members are chosen from Greenland, or how many members are chosen from Faroe Islands and Greenland. So Faroe Islands is 2, Greenland is 2. And when they ask for both of them, it's 2 plus 2, which is 4, okay? This is frequently asked. So please get to know this 4 people. I can see 4 people got this wrong, so get to know this, okay? All right, it says 3 in a row. SA is back in the game. I'm not sure if SA is a guy or a girl.
You win.
Next one. All right, I can see 18 people got this wrong. So this question had never been asked before, and this was the first time that they changed the book. By the way, the book has been changed again, and you can be rest assured that there will be questions from the new material. I say all of that to say this: you cannot get away with not reading that book. Okay, maybe for the Medborgerskabsprøven, but not for the Indfødsretsprøven. That's for sure. So please put reading the book in your plans. Moving on to the next one. Julian is out of the top 3. Philip, I'll show you at the end of the session, so just hang in there. Shuli is now on the podium. It's always good to see someone on the podium that I've never seen before, so round of applause. Leo is at number 4. Newbie is the highest climber, up 5 places. All right, next one. There are 5 regions. This is frequently asked. So the 4 people that got this wrong get to know. 3 players just hit an answer streak of 4. Next one. We're almost at the end. All right, so the regions are responsible for your health insurance and the hospitals. 3 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Get to know this. This is frequently asked. Static top 5. Ram is the highest climber, up 4 places. 3 questions to go. Okay, so in 1864, Denmark lost the Second Schleswig War. And when they lost the war, they also lost Schleswig, which is Sønderjylland. And they were reunited with Sønderjylland after the First World War in 1920. So this is a frequently asked question for both tests. So for Medborgerskabsprøven and Indfødsretsprøven, this is a very relevant question. All right, moving on to the next one. Rajni is now in the top 5. Leo dropped out. Kavya is back with an answer streak of 3.
You win.
3 questions to go. Helle Thorning-Schmidt. Okay. First female prime minister in Denmark, elected in 2011. Frequently asked question. Aga has the highest answer streak of 23. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, round of applause. That's a perfect score, and she's not even in the top 5. So that just shows you how competitive this group is. Okay, so 2 questions to go, and we're done with this. All right. Also frequently asked, 5th of June is Grundlov's Day. If you're failing these questions, do not feel bad, okay? It's just showing your knowledge gaps. We still have about 34 days to go. So you have enough time to plug those knowledge gaps. So be happy that it's actually showing you what you don't know. And like I always say, now you know what you don't know. So go and plug those knowledge gaps. Last question. Ricardo is at number 1 at the last minute, only leading by 1 point. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Phyllis is back in the game 3 in a row, and she's on fire.
This girl is on fire.
Okay, let's see who's going to end up on that podium. Well, not on the podium at number 1. Last question. So you are legal in Denmark at the age of 18. 4 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Podium time. Wow, Shuli. Oh, man. Ricardo dropped at the last minute. Okay, Julian and Rajni, 4 and 5.